The independent member of the European Parliament, MEP, lashed top EU officials for trying to deny Brexit with a vote claiming no progress had been made during the negotiations between the UK and Brussels. During a debate in Strasbourg, Mr. Woolfe said, "Abraham Lincoln once famously said you can fool some of the people all of the time. You can fool all of the people some of the time. But you can never fool all of the people all of the time." Well, the British people are no longer fooled that the EU wants to negotiate a fair Brexit agreement, or even negotiate at all. From Verhofstadt to Juncker, to Barnier and to Tusk, the message is clear: the EU will delay, damage and deny Brexit. Brexit news: Mr. Woolfe slapped down EU officials for trying to deny the UK exit from the European Parliament. Mr. Woolfe said Mr. Barnier and Juncker did not want to negotiate a Brexit deal with the UK. When President Tusk says the UK can't have its cake and eat it, what he actually means is the EU wants its cake, our cake, the morning croissant, afternoon tea, and finishing it with taking a pound of Britain's economic flesh washed down with a glass of subsidised EU Chianti. Mr. Woolfe's comments came as the European Parliament prepared to vote on whether Brexit negotiations could move forward to discuss the future trade relationship between Britain and the EU27. The no progress motion passed by 557 votes to 92, with 29 MEPs abstaining from the vote. The former UKIP politician continued, "It's clear the EU will not change its tune, so it's time for the UK to walk away and end this charade. UKIP MEP, we need to grasp Brexit with both hands like Gibraltar." Play video. A spokesman for the Department for Exiting the European Union, DEXU, pointed out that the resolution was drawn up before last week's fourth negotiating round, adding that there had been a shift in progress since then. He said, "The resolution was drafted prior to the end of the fourth negotiating round. The dynamic of the negotiations has shifted and we have instilled real momentum into the talks. We recognize and respect the vital role the European Parliament will play in this process, and that this resolution sets out its views. However, it will be for the Council to decide on sufficient progress." The EU's chief negotiator, Michel Barnier, and the Commission President Mr. Juncker both shared their assessment that whilst progress is improving, it is too early to open trade talks. Mr. Barnier and David Davis and their teams are set to meet for one more round of negotiations in mid-October, before a meeting of the EU27 at the end of the month at which an update on the Brexit talks will be delivered.